Hello friends, I am Dr. R.B. Solanki, Vasantrao Naik, Art Science and Commerce College, Shahada. Today, this is our fifth lecture on colligative property. We have already discussed different properties like lowering in vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, and depression in freezing point. So now here, from the depression in freezing point, how we can calculate molecular weight of the solute. So we have already studied the relation delta Tf is equal to Kf into m, where m is the molality and delta Tf is the depression in freezing point. Kf is cryoscopic constant, but m is equal to weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute, m2. So m is the molality because here the amount of solute, that is the in case of mole fraction, which is concentration, is expressed in terms of molality, but weight of solute per 1000 gram of solvent is W2 into 1000 divided by W1, where W1 is the weight of solvent in grams and W2 is the weight of solute in grams. Now, M molality is equal to weight of solute per 1000 grams divided by molecular weight of solute. So now here molecular weight of solute, M2. Therefore, M is equal to W2 into 1000 divided by W1 divided by M2. Putting this value in equation 1 here, that is here there is M. So from this equation we are putting the value of M, that is molality, in equation 1. We get delta Tf is equal to Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by W1 into M2. This is the equation number 2. Therefore, molecular weight of solute M2 is given as. So now here we have to calculate the M2, that is the molecular weight of solute. So take M2 here and delta Tf here. So we will get the final equation for the molecular weight of solute, that is equal to M2 is equal to 1000 into W2 divided by delta Tf into Wf into Kf. Call it equation number 3. So this equation is very important for the determination of molecular weight of solute. So here M2 is molecular weight of solute, W2 is weight of solute, delta Tf is depression in freezing point, W1 is weight of solvent, Kf is the cryoscopic constant, or we can say it molar depression constant. So in this way we can calculate molecular weight of solute from this equation. Hello friends, we have already discussed how the molecular weight of solute can be determined by using the freezing point depression. So here how the freezing point of the solvent can be determined. So for this we have to study about the Beckmann's method for the determination of depression in freezing point. So Beckmann has discovered this method for the determination of depression in freezing point. So for this he has the apparatus called as Beckmann's apparatus, and in this Beckmann's apparatus there is big jar in which freezing mixture is taken as AtH220 by ice and salt. So this is the freezing mixture, and in freezing mixture there is hard glass tube is used for the determination of freezing point. So in hard glass tube there is thermometer and stirrer is taken, and the solvent is taken in the tube. So for the determination of molecular weight of solute, the experimental setup is as shown in figure. It consists of hard glass tube known as freezing tube, and the freezing point mixture of salt and ice is taken in the jar, or solvent is taken in the hard glass tube in which the thermometer, that is Beckmann's thermometer, and the stirrer is placed in the freezing point tube. And by taking the solvent in the tube, we can calculate the we can calculate the freezing point of the solvent. And this is recorded as T0. Then repeat the same procedure by taking solvent and solute in this tube, and by stirring it becomes solution, and now the freezing point of solution is recorded as capital T. Therefore, the depression in freezing point delta Tf is equal to T0 minus T. Hence, by knowing the depression in freezing point delta Tf, we can calculate molecular weight of solute by using the formula M2 is equal to 1000 into W2 into Kf divided by delta Tf into W1. So where M2 is the molecular weight of solute, Kf is the molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant, W2 is weight of solute, and W1 is weight of solvent. Delta Tf is the depression in freezing point. So in this way we can calculate the molecular weight of that solute by means of using the depression in freezing point method. Now friends, we have to discuss about next colligative property, that is osmosis and osmotic pressure. So this is also colligative property. First, we must know what is semi-permeable membrane. So it is the main part in the osmosis and osmotic pressure. It is a membrane which allows to flow only the solvent, not solute, is called as semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membranes are of three types. First is chemical origin semi-permeable membrane. It is the film made up of copper ferrocyanide, and chemical membrane is obtained by treating cupric salt with the potassium ferrocyanide. So this is the chemical origin semi-permeable membrane. Second is animal origin semi-permeable membrane. So it is the prepared from bladder of pigs, which acts as semi-permeable membrane. Last is the vegetable origin semi-permeable membrane, which is a very thin slice of potato which acts as semi-permeable membrane, which also allows the only solvent particles to flow through it, not the solute particles. So now here we must know, that is the how osmosis takes place, how osmotic pressure we can know. So the phenomenon of osmosis was first reported by Abbe Nollet in 1748. The spontaneous flow, unidirectional flow of only solvent molecules through the solution or from dilute to concentrated solution is called as osmosis. So here the flow of solvent through the semi-permeable membrane towards solution. Then consider a U-tube divided into two compartments. There are two compartments. In one there is solution, in another there is solvent. Due to osmosis, solvent passes through the membrane into the solution and displaces piston upwards. The pressure on piston is applied from the B. So here solvent flows through the semi-permeable membrane through the solution towards this, and the piston moves up. So this is the osmosis. This is the osmosis. This is the natural process in which solvent flows through the semi-permeable membrane towards the solution. Now, when the pressure is applied to the piston B, what happens? To prevent this osmosis, when the pressure is applied on piston B, to prevent the flow of solvent through the semi-permeable membrane, that is called as osmotic pressure, or the pressure applied to stop the osmosis is called as osmotic pressure. So another definition for osmotic pressure is the mechanical pressure applied on the solution side which prevent the flow of solvent molecule through the semi-permeable membrane from the solvent compartment to the solution compartment is called as osmotic pressure, and it is denoted by the symbol pi, and the osmotic pressure is measured in terms of atmosphere.